Imagine that you are the owner, runner, manager, and overall caretaker of a very large supermarket, say 15 aisles. And it's a healthy food store, no alcohol, lots of kale. And you have the ability to, because you're such an incredible multidimensional being, you have the ability to completely infinitely multiply yourself. So it really only takes you to take care of this entire cosmic supermarket. It takes a little bit of time, it takes a little bit of willingness, but you can literally be at 2 places at the same time, 3, 4 places at the same time. You can serve customers, you can refill the shelves, you can clean, you can close the shop, open the shop, all that business. You can stand outside with a sign that, hey, come in, all that business. That's all you. You can all do that. Now, everything goes well, fine and dandy. And then one day, somebody on aisle 4 drops a jar of applesauce. Makes a mess. You're like, sure, no problem. All right, ma'am, cleaning coming up. Then by the time you're finished cleaning, you turn around and you're like, oh, same person, again, dropped something, made a mess. Someone's being clumsy today. All right, let's clean this again. Cleaning. It's all right, fine and dandy. 3rd time, same person, makes a fucking mess. You're like, Jesus, someone needs an attitude adjustment. All right. You're a kind, nice, sweet, empathetic being. Okay, I'll clean this up. As soon as you clean up, same person, same aisle, starts rummaging through the aisle and just drops everything on the floor and makes a fucking mess. And you turn around and you're like, all right, I'm not going to throw out a customer. We're going to have a chat. We're going to see what's underneath this. So part of you is chatting to that being, and a part of you is cleaning up. And a part of you is serving other customers. Part of you is chopping kale. And as soon as you finish cleaning, you turn around and you're like, fucking hell, same mess, same person. You're fucking joking, right? And it just keeps happening and happening and happening. And that particular customer gets more and more savvy at it, faster and faster. So literally, there is somebody walking right behind you. So as you're cleaning, someone is already dropping shit behind you, making a mess. Now, all right, you keep multiplying yourself. And you're like, oh, Jesus, okay. Let's give me 100 of myself. Let's keep cleaning. And all of a sudden you realize that you don't just have this one customer. There's a multitude of them. And it's not just one aisle anymore. We don't just need an aisle 4 cleaning. We need an aisle fucking 15 cleaning, all of them. You don't just start losing patience. Maybe it's just me. But you're just so busy that all of a sudden you forget to serve other customers. You forget to fill up all the shelves because all you're doing is cleaning up someone else's mess that is constantly recreated. You are draining your own mental, emotional, physical energy because somebody else made a mess and you are responsible for that mess. You are the owner of the shop. You are the manager. You are the caretaker. You should clean this. You are responsible for more than one customers. Your impact, your actions are existing in context. Whatever you do is affecting more than one being. So you can't just leave that mess because you have one fuckface. They are beings. They are the same being as you are. They are the exact same source energy. But there are beings out there whose sole purpose is to make a mess. And they don't just make a planetary mess, they make a molecular mess. They don't give a shit about your produce. You're selling health food. Those beings fucking despise kale. They are feeding on your emotions. They are feeding on your anger. They are feeding on how tired you are. Because the more and more tired you get, the less and less energy you have to regenerate yourself and recreate yourself and serve customers and be at all places at the same time. All you're focusing on by the end is cleaning. And the more energy you spend cleaning, the happier that customer is. Welcome to your body. Welcome to planet Earth. Welcome to the solar system. Welcome to the Milky Way galaxy. Welcome to this 15-dimensional time space. Welcome home. That's where we live for now. We are living in a consciously, artificially, excited, overexcited, manufactured, continual mess. This solar system galaxy, this body is pulled towards entropy. I am not going to delete the memory of it, but I am consciously going to establish relationships with parts of myself, parts of my consciousness in the presumably past moment. And I am going to rewrite timelines. I am going to shift probabilities. I have done that many times. I am literally the living example of changing your identity and being a completely different person, even within a span of 2 years, even within a span of a few months. I've learned how to generate serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin in my system completely at my own volition, completely without any substances. This happy, chippy, bumpy, this is me. This is the real me. And you can genuinely see it. So, and I don't like that. Like this is the part that does make me feel very vulnerable, that I can see pain on my face. I really can. It's the memory, the muscle memory of 20 years of depression. If you look back at the first session 1, I genuinely look like I'm perpetually constipated, just all the time. And it's a practice. It really is a habit of how you hold your body, how you hold your muscles, how you project your voice, what energy are you giving off. It's a habit. So I'm getting into the habit of feeling relaxed, feeling easy, feeling nurtured and nurturing, feeling worthy, valuable, because I practiced being powerless. So now it's time to practice power. One last thing. If you found this information somehow, it means that on some level, you have made the choice that you are responsible for more than just your own being. You've made the conscious decision at some point that you are going to care about the context that you live in, that you're going to be sensitive and keep being sensitive to the impact of your actions. What one being who's still connected to source can achieve is disproportionately more powerful than anything else, less than infinity. So it's our secret mission, not to preach, not to teach, not to convince anybody, but to cultivate states, write scripts, offer opportunities, produce content, art that reminds not just people, not just beings, elements, reminds water molecules what it feels like to be loved, reminds the land what it feels like when somebody wants to connect with it, reminds inorganic matter what it feels like to have a spirit body component. It is our responsibility, should you wish to accept the mission, to have such a strong connection to source, to your own self, that if anybody, any being, any form of consciousness on any level of the cosmos still remembers their own source connection and still has the desire to go home, then we can literally remind each other. We can spark each other's DNAs. We can communicate with each other throughout space-time from the other side of the planet. Even if we have never met, we can communicate with each other, and we can hold space for each other. We can hold a probability dominion. We can hold a reality where all it takes is just a little bit of shift electromagnetically. Everything exists at the same time space. Right now, there is a whole other cosmos where none of this had happened, where you are not experiencing the same experiences that you are having right now. And if you consciously make a shift from one probability to the next, you go there with your memory. You don't lose your identity. You become ever more wiser. You become the seasoned elder of the tribe who's going to come back home with all your war stories. And you literally can change realities just by changing your internal focus. Now, it takes a bit of practice because somebody just keeps dropping shit on aisle 4. But if we hold a reality where war is over, then at some point we will have enough quanta. If we keep practicing that reality, we keep generating that energy that will at some point reach critical mass and literally burst into existence. So, ladies and gentlemen, my beautiest and best, war is over. Not just external war, internal war. Pain, pleasure, suffering, joy, struggle, abundance. War is over. You are source. You are infinite. You always have the choice. You always have the power. You always have the possibility. And you can always choose the best version of yourself. You are not dependent on anything. You are not reliant on anyone. You don't own anything or anyone. Nobody owns you, and you don't owe shit to anyone. Any questions?